At this point in time, Indian delegation has briefed the monitoring committee of UNSC 1267 standing committee. They have briefed them about TRF and its role in terror-related activities, how this front, this proxy of Lashkar-sponsored, terror from across the border. Let's go across to Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast more on this. Pradeep, this is an important development because India is now making all attempts to actually ensure TRF is declared a terror group by the UNSC.
So one thing is quite clear that TRF is nothing but it's the front of Lashkar-e-Toiba, and Lashkar-e-Toiba is sponsored by Pakistan, and Lashkar-e-Toiba chief is sitting in the lap of Pakistan's inter-service intelligence. But what has been happening for the last 3-4 years, that Pakistan had been trying to befool international community, saying that this TRF is basically an indigenous organization. It has nothing to do with Lashkar-e-Toiba. It has nothing to do with Pakistan. So the delegation from the Indian side is right now in New York. They have met the monitoring committee of UNSC 1267 standing committee. They have provided enough evidence. They have provided evidence that how this organization, this front, a proxy of Lashkar-e-Toiba, TRF, is involved in Pahalgam massacre, how this plan was made in Pakistan, and they have already provided them all the evidence of their connection with Pakistan deep state, as well as their involvement in terror-related activity, not only Pahalgam massacre, but also targeting of innocent unarmed civilians, locals, non-locals also in Kashmir Valley, and also the people associated with any particular party, and also they have tried to target the Kashmiri Hindus in recent past. So they have provided all sorts of information. So that evidence is enough to declare this organization as a terror organization, because what is happening is that Pakistan often keeps on rebranding this terror group. First of all, this was Lashkar-e-Toiba. When Lashkar-e-Toiba came under the scrutiny, they changed its name. They said it's the Jamaat-ud-Dawa. Then they changed some other name. Then finally they said TRF. TRF, they wanted to have TRF name because they deliberately gave it an English name. Idea was that people should not feel that this is any jihadi organization or anything to do with jihadi activity. So they wanted to project this TRF as an indigenous organization that had freedom fighters from Kashmir Valley and who were fighting against Indian state. But reality is that TRF is nothing, but TRF is Lashkar-e-Toiba, and Lashkar-e-Toiba means Pakistan deep state inter-service intelligence and Pakistan army. They are the ones who are supporting, aiding, abetting, sponsoring, providing funds, training them and pushing them into this side of the border to kill innocent. That is what actually India is going to convince this monitoring committee, so that this should be declared as a globally designated terror organization. And they want to tell them this is not different from Lashkar. This is an offshoot of Lashkar.
Right. And also we are learning, Pradeep, that the Indian side has provided the UNSC committee with some very strong and compelling evidence linking the TRF with Lashkar-e-Toiba. Indian delegation has reportedly provided digital signature, financial trails and physical connections indicating an established link between the TRF and the UN designated terrorist outfit, which is the Lashkar-e-Toiba. And it's not the first time. Of course, the attempts have increased now after Pahalgam massacre, but since last 2 years, attempts were underway from the Indian side to ensure that TRF is declared a terror group.
Yes, you're absolutely right. India is well equipped with evidence and dossier, and each and every evidence about the financial trade, how they had been held by from the people from across the border, their connection with Pakistan army, Pakistan deep state, everything is being provided to the monitoring committee. You rightly said, because for the last 2 years, India has been desperately trying its level best to ensure that this should be designated as a terror organization. But recently we saw that how the Pakistani Deputy Prime Minister was also boasting about inside his assembly that they got the name of Lashkar, TRF omitted from the UNSC press release, and how China is also helping them in doing so. But now India is going to expose both China, India is going to expose both Pakistan, their role in promoting
and we'll see what eventually comes out from the UNSC committee. For now, Pradeep, thank you for joining us with your inputs.